Today is the third day that we're at Wild Waves Theme and Water Park. The first day we were here, we just did the dry rides. You can kind of see around where we're at. You can see that there's quite a bit of hills in the dry area that you kind of have to walk around in. And the water rides didn't have as many hills, but I had to wear my hands-free crutch because I can't exactly wear my prosthetic yet in there. I don't have a wetsuit for the bottom down, and I don't have a backup prosthetic, and I don't want to have to dry it out every time. Oh, excuse me. So the third day here, I'm dying. I have to remember that while I do have a new leg, I do still have CMT. And thus I still have the severe fatigue, and it takes me a while to recover. My kids are going by on one of the kid rides, but it's exhausting, and I'm really just muscle fatigue. Not pain precisely, so that's still good. I'm really happy that I did this. One thing I find walking up the hills, it's easier to kind of focus on walking on my toes on the prosthetic, so that way I have some more push to give off with. But it's tiring. I'm just exhausted. Anyone have any suggestions for muscle fatigue? Anyway, hoping that this will help me be in better shape for my kiddos and be able to be more, I'm getting more active than I ever was, well, not ever, but more active than I have been in a long time. But if you haven't ever been to Wild Waves, it's in Washington, just south of Seattle. It's pretty nice. Not as crowded as Disneyland, but rides are rides. And they also have the water park in the same area, so you could do like water rides for part of the day and then dry rides the other part, or vice versa. We went ahead and bought season passes because the price of season passes was less than 2 visits, so we're like, all right, we'll just stay here for a couple days. Bye, kiddos! Oh, my daughter wants a cheeseburger. The other one that we went and explored around was the Enchanted Forest, which is in Oregon. Not sure where in Oregon, but highly recommend that one as well. Very much like Disneyland, except for friendlier staff, a lot less crowded, and a heck of a lot cheaper. We were able to get the whole family in and all the rides we wanted for less than 200. Pardon all my yawns. I'm tired. It's not just like tired, like sleepy tired. Like I said, it's the muscle fatigue and just the drain of being more active, and I don't think I was quite prepared for that portion of it, or part of it was I wasn't prepared. I knew I would be somewhat tired and trying to get more active, but I don't know, I just wasn't expecting as much fatigue. So while I have a better leg, I still have to remind myself that I still do have CMT. If you don't know what CMT is, or you're just now watching, Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease, it's a hereditary neuropathy, peripheral neuropathy specifically. What it basically does is it depletes my myelin sheath around my nerve endings, and that myelin sheath is extremely important and vital in the transmission of impulses from your nerves from your brain through the nerves to your muscles. So the myelin sheath is kind of like the conductor from the nerve to the muscles. Mine is being produced kind of really fast, so really poor quality, and thus it's not kind of hanging around like it's supposed to. So my muscles are, I think it's something like 3 or 4 times more energy to do the same simple task as someone without CMT. So imagine going up a flight of stairs. Now do it 3 more times. That would be, and do everything you do in a day, do it 3 more times. That's kind of what CMT is like. So it's just, I have to try to work with that. All right, over and out from just south of Seattle, Washington.